What is up, YouTube? I'm back.
Oh, God.
That's right, guys. Zeo93 here, and with me today is the Unlucky Tug, and today...
No. That's not how this works. I'm not here with you. You're here with me. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Hey, I'm in this just as much as you are. We're code-hosting this.
Yeah, but who's editing the video?
Yeah, well,
Whose channel is it?
Fine, whatever.
That's what I thought. Let's start again. Sup, YouTube? Unlucky Tug here, and Zeo93 is here again with me today. I truly apologize for what just happened. See, I let Zeo out of his cage for this, and he got a little excited.
Wait, what? You did what to
We're
me?
very happy to be back again to present you all with the video you've all been waiting for. Unanswerable Thomas questions.
2.
So if you haven't watched the first episode, you should probably do that. Otherwise, everything in this video will be completely out of context and make no sense.
Well, to be fair, the first one is pretty out of context and makes no sense. So...
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Anyways, let's start this. Would you like to do the honors, Zeo?
I'd be happy to, Tug. On my count. 3, 2, 1, go, go, Power Rangers! I mean, go?
See, this is why I don't let you out of the cage. Are Thomas and Tug set in the same universe?
Why do the drivers wear suits? Don't they fear they'll get dirty? Don't they get hot wearing those?
If the engines truly are driven by the people in their cabs, could the engines sleep while moving? Like, could Thomas just take a nap while in operation?
How does Etienne, how does Etienne have a mustache? So apparently the engines can grow facial hair now. Dang, Thomas must really be set in the same universe as Tugs.
If Gator's real name is Gerald, why does his nameplate say Gator? Someone's in denial.
Can the trains breathe underwater? Like, what if Percy slid in just a little further? Or what if Thomas got completely submerged? Would they have drowned?
That being asked, do the engines breathe at all? Do they have lungs? Would an engine survive if it were somehow placed in an area that lacked oxygen? Could Thomas survive on the moon? Oh.
How old is Lady Hat? There is no way she's a grandmother. I mean, look at her. What is she, a grandmilfer?
Never mind that. How old is Dowager Hat? She's a great-grandmother and looks to be, what, 60? Did she have Topham and Loam at a very young age? Like 15?
Who are Stephen and Bridget's parents? Why do they, aka Sir Topham Hatt and Lady Hat's actual children, never appear in big events where the whole family is involved? Are they all above this mumbo-jumbo train-talking stuff?
Why do some rolling stock have faces and some don't?
I think we asked that in the last one.
Yeah, we did, but it really bothers me. How can some trucks have faces and some don't? It doesn't make sense.
If the trucks with faces cause the crashes and thousands of dollars in damage, why doesn't the railway just stop using them and use trucks without faces? They're not going to cause any trouble because they're not alive. Problem solved.
How do Caroline's eyes work? Like, those are her headlights, right? So, do they turn on and her eyes just glow? That's creepy. What a terrible character design.
Speaking of terrible character designs and terrible characters in general, what's up with Jeremy? Does he seriously not have a cockpit? So how does his pilot see? Or does he even have a pilot? Who would feel safe riding in him?
Who installed Pinchy onto Diesel 10? Like, what nutjob thought putting a giant mechanical claw on top of a diesel train was an idea worth investing in?
When Sir Topham Hatt reprimands Diesel 10, what's stopping Diesel 10 from just grabbing Topham and throwing him across the room into a brick wall?
Does Diesel 10 have a driver? If he does, then is it the driver that's operating the claw, not him?
Same question, but about the pack. Do the characters themselves operate their arms, or are there people inside of them? I mean, they have operators and banksmen. Is their job just to stand around and supervise the machines operating themselves at the site? What a bizarre job that is.
Sounds pretty boring, to be honest. Do the engines ever get flies splattered on their faces when they're traveling at super high speeds? Do they ever get them in their eyes? Would it benefit them to wear goggles?
Thomas seems to become infatuated when he first sees Ashima. Can the engines have intimate feelings towards each other?
Can we please keep the lovey-dovey fanfiction crap out of Thomas the Tank Engine, please?
Hey, I was just asking.
How do the characters that speak through megaphones work? Like, does the voice that comes out of Big Mickey belong to the crane itself? Or from his operator? Or does he even have an operator?
That's not a Thomas question. That's a Tugs question. You can't ask that here.
Oh, come on. Everyone's wondered it.
Yeah, but...
You know what? Screw it. I don't care if this is unanswerable Thomas questions. We're going to ask some Tugs questions now, okay? K.
This is what happens when we let the power of running a YouTube channel gets to your
I
head.
said K.
Good day, sir!
Why do some of the Tugs have doors to their heads? Who is going in there? Can a person even see out? Are the eyes like one-way mirrors or something?
How do the Tugs attach themselves to barges in the dock without the aid of people? Do their ropes just launch themselves and they hope it sticks to whatever they're throwing it at?
Why do the Tugs have British accents if the show takes place in America?
How did Sea Rogue lose an eye? There must be a really tragic backstory there.
Well, he does have the munitions company logo on his stack. There obviously was a terrible accident where Sea Rogue's family got blown up in a munitions fire, and whilst trying to save them, he lost his eye. And with his family gone, his uncle took him in and raised him.
Huh, that's actually a really good fan theory. Kudos.
Thanks. Why do the Tugs have lifeboats if there's no one in them?
The Tugs offer to tow Izzy for money, but how does Izzy pay for them? Does he have a giant wallet stowed in his head or something?
So does Grampus's face wrap around his entire front? Like, under his chin below the water is the whole front of the submarine flesh? Or does the face end just below the surface?
Where's Lord Stinker's mouth? Is the mouth the hull? Is the garbage in his mouth? Oh lord.
How? Just how do the Tugs have hair? Where does it grow from? Do they have to wash it? Do they ever need to get haircuts? Do they get lice?
Okay, we're entering very weird territory now. Can we please get back to Thomas? You know, what everybody clicked on the video for?
All right.
How much of an engine has to be removed before it's considered dead? Scruffy was literally in pieces, but was still alive. Can they only die if the face is destroyed? That sounds like a horror movie kind of thing.
Right? So, if an engine smoke box, aka the black part where the face is attached, needs to be replaced, how do they remove it without detaching the face? Or is the face removable?
If the engine's faces are removable, is the engine still operable without the face?
If the face is removed from the engine, can it still talk?
If you snapped James's whistle off, would it be like you breaking his penis?
Wait, what?
Tug, who is this guy?
He's nobody. Don't worry about him. Hey, get out of here, Vinny!
But I have more questions to ask.
Go away! No one likes you.
But I
Get out of here!
Aww.
Sorry about that. I have no idea how we got in here.
Yeah, well, anyways, what's Stepney's situation? Does he work on Sodor or the Bluebell Railway in England? Is he somehow owned by Sir Topomat or an entirely different controller?
Can engines get black eyes? Or nosebleeds? I guess not, since they don't have blood. Or do they?
Who applies Daisy's makeup? Does it have to be washed off and reapplied when it rains?
Now, who made Whiff's glasses? And why does he need them? Did the manufacturer who made his eyes mess up and then they had to correct it?
What?
Now who's this guy?
It's Wooden Railway Reviews, but I don't know how he got it.
Would ice have helped the swelling of James's bee sting?
Huh?
Wait, Enterprising 2? What is happening?
Do engines need to breathe? Most of them don't have nostrils except for Toby for some strange reason, and his don't even go all the way into his face.
Where are you people coming from?
How did the coaches speak in the earlier seasons? They don't have faces, so where are the voices coming out
Wait,
of?
what?
Why doesn't City of Truro have a face?
Huh?
And how does he talk without it?
No, stop!
Why aren't Thomas and Percy scared when they visit the scrapyard and Thomas, Percy, and old slow coach?
Oh.
When people climb aboard Daisy, does she feel them inside of her?
Does an engine not having paint equal to it being naked?
Why does Toby still sleep in the same shed he slept in on his old railway?
How is it possible for humans to lever Duncan onto the rails in rock and roll?
What is the average cost per accident on Sodor?
Who in the right mind would put a set of buffers right in front of a barber shop?
Does an engine's fire going out result in the engine feeling tired?
If an engine loses its buffer, is it like losing a hand?
How do the engines feel pain? Like in Blue Mountain Mystery, Paxton gets hit by rocks and says, "Ow." Are they sensitive to touch too? If I put my hand on Thomas's buffer, would he feel that? Ew, that's gross.
Tender engines can feel they're tender, so if it's removed, do they still feel it? Does it hurt?
How do Connor and Caitlin's crews get inside their cabs when their doors and windows are clearly painted on?
Does Farm McCall have a wife or kids, or is he forever alone?
Why do none of Mr. Percival's children look nothing like him or his wife? Are they all adopted?
How can the Coldy Fell engines have a face at each end? Are they constantly looking in two directions?
Can the Coldy Fell engine speak from both faces at once, or is it more like the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas and how he changes between faces when he speaks?
Since the Coldly Fell engines have a face at their back end that they talk out of, does that mean they're literally speaking out of their ass?
Why does Trevor like children so much?
Why do engines like Duck, Ryan, and Arthur still have the initials of their previous railway painted on them? Shouldn't they have been replaced with NWR by now?
Does the Magic Railroad still exist? Does anyone actually use it still?
Is the island of Sodor really toy-sized in Thomas and the Magic Railroad? Does Mr. Conductor become normal-sized when he travels there? Or does he fit in scale with everything?
How on earth did Cranky get to Brendam Docks? Was he built there from the ground up?
Does that cruise ship at the back of Brendam ever go anywhere?
How do the engines blush? Their faces turn red, which indicates blood rushing to the face. Does this mean they have blood?
In the Railway series story Sir Handel derails himself by pushing the rails apart with his wheels. If he can hyperextend his wheels to do this, then what else can engines hyperextend? How was this even possible?
Do the engines hum their own themes to themselves? Are they even aware that they have themes?
Can an engine have mental problems?
Who manufactures the hats for the tugs? Like, seriously, do they get to choose what kind of hat they wear? And does it affect their personality? Like, would Top Hat act more like working class if you wore a cloth cap? And would Big Mac act more bourgeoisie if you wore a top hat?
How was the Misty Island Railway built? The three brain-dead American outcasts explain that they caused trouble on the mainland and were banished into the forested wasteland we all know and loathe. It's established that there are no forms of standard 20th century society on the island, just the logging locos, which honestly is another question all on its own. The engines are given Sudrian drivers later on, but it's clear that nobody's actually ever lived there, so how was the railway built? Did the mainland pay to construct this unnecessarily large railway prison on an unknown island, just to contain these three terroristic engines who enjoy the pain of others by hurtling construction equipment at unsuspecting victims? They probably had to cut down an immeasurable amount of trees, disturb the tribes of peaceful natives, and ship tons of supplies to an unmapped location shrouded in mist. Why would they feel the need to include
Hey, Tug?
Yeah?
I think I know how all these strangers are getting in.
Yeah?
You know the door in the back?
Yeah? Oh, no. Don't tell me you...
Yeah, I think I may have forgotten to lock it.
Oh, of course you did. You see, Zio, this is why I keep you in the cage.
What cage? What is this cage you keep... You know what? Forget about it. I'm gonna go deal with these intruders. It's morphin' time.
I think this is probably a good time to end this. Thanks for watching, guys! Well, there it is, folks. The highly anticipated sequel that everyone and their brother has been requesting. This video was a nightmare to put together, I'll admit, with the hard drive troubles and all, but I had a lot of fun along the way and I got to know some really great people a little bit more in the process. I sincerely want to thank everyone that took part in this video, which include, in order of appearance, Mr. Conductor Fan 1406, Wooden Railway Reviews, Enterprising Engine 93, Turtles and Thomas, Tugster, Eric Pierre 53, Thomas Tank Merch, Jaden D247, The World of Sodor, Upside Now, Toby's Windmill, Sidekick Jason, The Star Switcher, and Caleb Train. It was really great conversing with all of you for this project, and I hope to continue to do so as time goes on. And of course, I can't go without giving a shout out to Zio93 for returning to co-host this with me. Without him, there would be no Unanswerable Thomas Questions videos to begin with. Love you, buddy, forever and always. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of you at home for watching this and supporting my channel. The next video will be a new Thoughts on video, so look out for that. Have a lovely day, everyone. Peace.
There you go.